fill up. And as the room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Sharing is caring. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. The off season is long, but y'all know how it goes. Come on. Mama said, there will be days just like this. Cowboys, money and focus, plus OTAs, leadership Q&A. Ho, let's go. Yup. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? Come on, from my studios to yours.
Ready? Running from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Now,
let's get it. Happy Sunday to you and you. All right. Come on. Hey. Ho.
all I ask is when you break it in on that feeling, so I gave everything I had.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all, man, so much for tuning in. If you never heard of Law Nation, type in Law Nation and you'll see my face, name, and logo. We talk Cowboys football and beyond. And, of course, the offseason is always long, right? Longer than Shaq feet. But I would tell you guys, everybody's 0-0 during the offseason. Everybody. There's no wins. There's no losses during the offseason. There's always speculations, right? There's always someone that's doing this to the crystal ball and saying, hey, man, you know, this team is going to win the Super Bowl. This team is going to win the Super Bowl. But if you had a situation to say, well, the Chiefs is going to win the Super Bowl, then, you know, you've been right for the last two seasons, right? Now, granted, the Dallas Cowboys, we are held under a different umbrella, right? We all receive different levels of expectations. What we do is magnified times a million. What other teams do, man, they can fly right up under the radar, man. And nobody gives a dog, man. Nobody gives a dog. Yeah. What if I told you, like Ripley's Believe It or Not, you know what my dog is? What if I told you, down, boy, down, down. You know, what if I told y'all that the MVP of the league, the best quarterback of the league. Oh, man, everybody love him, man. Shoot, that brother, you know, Samuel Jackson ain't got nothing on Lamar Jackson, right? And what if I told y'all that he didn't even show up for OTAs? Yeah. And he got fined for it because, well, he didn't get fined for it, but he lost $750,000, man. I don't know about you, man, but hell, I would just show up just to tie my shoes for $750,000. That means he got throwaway money, man. I'm sitting here like, God, dog. That would have been on everybody's page or front page of news over here if he played for the Dallas Cowboys, right? Yeah. Let me know if I'm lying. All right, so shout out to Football Forever. Appreciate them. Good stuff that they do over there on Instagram as well as the X app, and we're doing a collaboratorial event on Instagram today, so y'all be sure to check out them. But $750,000, man. Look, that's life-changing money right now. Let me know in the chat, man. Hey, OTAs, organized team activities, all you got to do is just be there on the sidelines and say, hey, man, coach, you know, my shoulder blade is kind of off a little bit. Let me just sit back and watch for $750K. But he got that type of money to throw away. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. You know, come on. Ain't that right, Paul? Ain't that right, Kelly? Kelly, man, we'll be on the sideline saying, hey, man, I got the IBS going on right now. I get it. Y'all want me to be here. I'm just going to sit down right here. But give me that $750,000, man. Yeah. All right, cool. You talking about leadership? Shoot, I'll be there, man. Hey,
Spartans, prepare for glory.
I will be Michael Jackson there. I'll be there for $750,000, man. But he's not going to get hated on. He's not going to get spit upon. And can somebody please help a brother out, over here? Because, they say I can't count beyond 3 and 4. Can y'all put down Lamar Jackson playoff records, by the way? Can y'all put down his playoff records? I need to know. I want to know because he should be there, right? He should be there. Let me know. What is his playoff record, man? Sadiq says if she was Lamar's wife, she would be going off on him right now. Yeah. Shoot, I bet if you was his wife, you would dress up as Lamar and be there. I'd be like, hey, I'm Lamar, I'm checking in, when there's 1 and this equals 2, and wife, what his is hers and hers is mine and all of this stuff. I'm there. We one of the same. Give me that $750,000 collaboratorial event. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Okay, Kelly got the answer right. Somebody say, what this? Right. Well, somebody gonna say, what this got to do with the boys, man? Shoot. This is what it got to do with the boys. Cowboys fans. Media. I was going to put beat writers, but, I don't want nobody to come writing an article about me. Do you see this? Damn. MVP, Lamar Jackson must not be a leader, and he is 2 and 4 in the playoffs. Now, every time I do these type of things, of course, people think that I'm talking about Dak Prescott. Bruh, stop talking about the nonsense about the conference title game. At least he's been to one, right? And Dak, who's choked in the first round. Yep, and then I say, yeah, what's his playoff record is again, because I don't understand what he said. And he don't put down his playoff record. Here's another thing, too. As I've learned that throughout the course of the years, let me hit more right here. This dude right here, every time I post anything, Niner gang, banga, he comes around and say, yeah, he mentioned Dak Prescott. Now, I grew up with Niner fans, right? My brother is a diehard Niner fan. I had a cousin down the street, a couple of blocks removed over. He's a Niner fan. And Niner fans move a certain way. They don't do a lot of trolling, right? So that's what I said, man, this dude don't move like a Niner fan. I grew up with a Niner fan. My brother, y'all know, my brother's a Niner fan. And if anything, by me knowing Niner fans, true diehard Niner fans, ladies and gentlemen, I know for sure that they don't like to praise the Ravens. And y'all can let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. But, there was a Super Bowl that the Niners played against the Ravens, and something happened, and y'all let me know what happened in that game. And Niner fans don't really like Ravens like that. So for him to start speaking glowingly of the Ravens, it was red flag number one. And then, another thing is that the Ravens beat the Niners last year. And the majority of that A-whooping didn't really come from Lamar. So to say Lamar can beat good teams and Dak Prescott can't, that's a misstatement. Lamar Jackson is on a better defensive-minded team. Now, granted, I'm not taking away from Lamar. But since he's been in the league, he's for damn sure not a better thrower of the ball. He's not more accurate. He's not more touchdown to interception ratio better. And on top of that, I get it. He's phenomenal. He can run the ball. And in my opinion, a lot of people give Lamar Jackson his respect due to the fact that he is an action figure out there. He is a Michael Vick. He's the closest thing since Michael Vick than Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? Since Michael Vick. And I'm not taking that away from Lamar Jackson's game, But at the end of the day, when you look at just throwing mechanics and things like that, Dak is better. I get it. But Lamar Jackson been on a better defensive side of the team, right? I'm not going to say Lamar Jackson, quote unquote, never had weapons and things like that. But from a philosophy and a principle and a scheme, I know all of y'all listening right now, you would take Lamar, you would take the circumstances of Lamar and his head coach versus what we had over here. Let's be real. Let's be real, baby. Yeah, he surpassed Vic. I don't know how old you are, Eastside, but I just don't think. See, there's two eras of Vic. There was the pre-dog Vic and post-dog Vic. Now, pre-dog Vic, the dog fight, the dog thing, what have you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, man. Put it like this. If Vic never had that dog thing, man, Vic would have set up. Oh, my goodness, man. Man, Michael Vick would have set off some crazy records down there in Atlanta land. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. The craziest thing, you see, people fail to realize. You put, what was it, Matt Ryan, that kind of came after Michael Vick over there? You just erased Matt Ryan, and I like Matt Ryan, his throwing or what have you, and you put Vick with that squad? Shoot. I can't make this stuff up, but neither here nor there. Not to get this all confused, but 9 times out of 10, when I click on this dude's page, and he say he's a 49er fan or what have you, and then you see he follows me. I don't follow him. He follows me. He's a Niner guy. So when I'm looking up his followings, let's see, beauty clean, fetish queen. Jazz, he follow a lot of ladies, man. Hey, this dude follow a lot of squirt, skeet to the windows, to the wall. You know what I'm saying? He don't even follow the 49ers, but he got Niner gang. But he follow me. He follows me, I can't make this stuff up. And this is who else he follows. Come on, pretty young human sunflower. I can't click on freak, man. You know what I'm saying? Or freak mama. I can't click on this. So, y'all got to be mindful of these guys that troll. 9 times out of 10, he joined in 2022. He either be an Eagle fan, or is this Eastside Harold? Who this is, dog? But every post, man, that I say, he comments. But it is what it is. It's good to be hated, but that's just how things go. So by direct reactions of his flows, he's not really a 49er fan. Yeah. Let's close all these pictures, man. This is what he like. I don't see a 49er post. You know what I'm saying? But he know about us, though. He know about us, and he posts a lot of other stuff, man. I can't scroll down too much further. But there goes to show you that, people gonna hate, and people gonna hate what they don't know. And that's just what it is. I don't want to click too far, man. Twitter got no filter on it. But let's talk about this, because on my Instagram page, we had a lot of people go back and forth with C.J. Stroud's statement by the top 5 quarterbacks in the National Football League. And C.J. had one of his top 5s being Rain Dakota Prescott, and it is what it is. JC Cowboy Network says, shout out to you, my dog. Shout out to you, JC Cowboy Network. Appreciate you so much, man, for your support. And he went away. He says they can't help to watch you, Law. Appreciate you, man. He ain't lying about it. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is.
He ain't lying.
But to get back to this point right here, he said what he said, C.J. Stroud. Let's listen to what he said about including Dak Prescott in his top 5. And then, of course, after the video being released, he pretty much removed Jalen Hurts out and put Dak Prescott at the 5th spot and put Josh Allen at the 4th spot. That was his update on his top 5 quarterbacks or what have you. Now, I'm going to say this again. I want you guys to understand, don't shank me with the butter knife. Lean forward just a little bit. I got Dak Prescott over Joshua Allen. And I know, you know, but I get it, man. He got, let's listen to his list. I got him, Somebody punching wind right now. No, man, Joshua Allen, man. Yeah, man. He's better than Dak, man. Joshua Allen is a force multiplier, man. Joshua Allen here would have been to 3 Super Bowls right now, Yeah, and I get it, man. I understand, but hey, I'm going to ride with the ones I know, I don't have Dak Prescott as the best quarterback in the league, by the way. I don't. But I got him over Joshua Allen. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother conversation. Let's go with this right here.
I know what I'm doing, dog. Mahomes, Lamar, myself, Dak, and then Hurts.
Dak?
Yeah, bro.
Dak?
Dak, that boy. Y'all not gonna say that because he ain't won the big one yet.
You said Matthew Stafford?
Yeah, Matthew, but
Cowboys
he
thing.
was a top 5.
Cowboys thing.
Bro, you gonna put Dak Prescott in there over Joe Burrow?
Yeah, I got.
I'm saying that for last year, dog. He ain't play all year.
That boy
He
hurt.
got hurt.
Well, we can
Burrow,
find somebody.
Burrow, one of my favorite players. I'm out of my game after Burrow a little bit. Like,
Why you
me
ain't
and Burrow got
fuck with
similar
that?
playing styles.
Cowboys.
Oh, even the
Dak is that
Cowboys,
dude,
they
bro.
don't like
What?
each other like that? I ain't know all that.
What?
I ain't see. I don't be knowing all that.
Dak tough, bro.
That cap.
Dak is one of the most accurate quarterbacks.
Y'all gotta
in
see them
the
this year,
world.
don't y'all?
Yeah, we playing
Oh my God, the battle
Sunday.
of Texas.
You gonna take care
Monday
of that
night.
Yeah, take
Where y'all
care of
playing
that
at?
for
Man,
me.
it's going to be a good Monday night football game, y'all. It's going to be a real good game. Oh, my God. In Dallas. Spotlight's bright. I really can't wait to see what CJ going to do this year, though. He's been doing a lot of talking, right? And I think he's built for the moment. He said that he wanted to change the culture of Texans in the Houston area, and he's been doing that, I really like his mindset and approach. Hey, he had to put himself in the top 5 list. He didn't leave himself out, right? So, and I get it, right? You're not going to be disrespectful to Lamar since he got the quote-unquote MVP trophy or what have you last season. And he said he based this off of last season. And there were some games that you can look back at and say, all right, yeah, Lamar Jackson, he did his thing. But there's 2 things that Lamar Jackson had that we wish we had. The ability to run the ball and stop the run. I know y'all love me, man. I know y'all love me. Because y'all here watching this beautiful show on a Sunday. But y'all don't have to beat me up for saying that. Y'all know for sure I'm telling y'all the truth. When they wanted to run the ball, they were able to run the ball. I'm talking about the Ravens. When they were able to stop the run, they stopped the run. And for those who saw that 49ers game versus the Ravens in the regular season, man, we wish we could shut down the run and force turnovers and takeaways like that defense was doing. But the difference is that when they do it, it's cool. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it, Because have you ever noticed with the Dallas Cowboys? Have you guys ever noticed when we get things going, it's always, hey, but can the quarterback do it without? Am I right? Can the quarterback do it without? We like to see the quarterback do it without the run game. We like to see the quarterback do it without offensive line, right? Oh, man, it would be nice to see the quarterback. Is the quarterback winning the game because of the defense? All of this stuff. Everybody else, man, it's a team effort. It's a team sport. But when it comes down to the Cowboys, oh, man, can this quarterback just do it by himself? Have y'all ever noticed that? Because they were praising Lamar Jackson when the defense were first in takeaways, first in the yards allowed or what have you, when they were looking like because they had a stretch where they were looking like almost the 2000 Ravens, right? It's always that with us. I can't make this stuff up. And I get it. I'm not happy that we've been seeing, 8 years of this same team with that quarterback, right? And we haven't got to the conference championship game or made it to the Super Bowl. I'm not satisfied with it. I'm just angry and upset just a little bit that we can foresee things that we got and we don't build upon those things. The moment we get Amari Cooper and Lamb working in 2021, let's break it down. Let's blow it up. We don't need Amari Cooper. Bull sugar. Other teams, when they see something that's growing, they try to keep it so they can grow even more. It's crazy, ain't it? Appreciate everybody. And if it's confusing, yeah, we are live on multiple outlets. We are also live on Law Nation's 2.0 channel again. Be sure to hit that like, share this content. The Law Nation's 2.0. I know it could be confusing. You up in there, you like, where everybody at, man? Hey, man, what happened to my ranch or what have you? And I can't send donations and things like that. It's because we're trying to rebrand again and grow that channel up again. And yes, we still have our motivational channel, but it's a faceless motivational channel on a whole nother site. So we separate but equal over there. Also, shout out to the Facebook squad. If you guys could do me a huge favor, continue to hit the like. Sharing is caring on the Facebook side. Let's listen to my guy, RJ Ochoa. I think he did a great job of breaking this down completely. It was no wee woo room in there. Shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboys Sports, for saying the wee woo stuff, coining that phrase from that. You see this guy. But before I go into this, y'all know I'm a die hard. I'm a die hard and stand firm on what I believe in, right? And shout out to Boss Cowboy Sports. But I got to call him out on something, man. And he's doing a great job at it, too, by the way. I got to call him out, man. Here's my dog, my brother from another mother. No other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but I keep it clean. And he see it over there. I'm seeing Boss and his boys over there. Good shot. Good jab, man. Yeah. Good. But I see something. Do you see what I see? I see a Laker shorts on that brother over there. Yeah, so yeah, but come on, baby. So shout out to Boss, man. You raising them boys right, man. Let's go, baby. Tell Boss don't take this down now. Don't take it down. I'm gonna do him just like the Twin Maker. I'm doing him just like the Twin Maker, man. Kobe being proud, man. The Mamba mentality is in his sons, and his son is going to be excellent, man. So all I need for the Mavs to do is do me a huge favor. Beat Boston, beat Boston. That's all I want the Mavs to do, because I can't stand the Boston, the Celtics. Y'all already know. So if you want Mavs to win, put BB in the chat, man, because his other son got the Mavs shorts on, though, and I but shout out to my guy, Boss Cowboy Sports, man. Yeah. We've been going back and forth on this. He said, "Law, you dirty, man." Y'all know me. I'm going to pick on him a little bit, man, just like I did the Twin Maker. Yeah, the Twin Maker, my brother from the same mother, his son, my new son, he's a Cowboy fan, and he trying to poison him by putting that 49er stuff on him, man. Yeah. But beat Boston, man. Put BB in the chat, man. Yeah. Yeah, Riggs. I can't take this no more, Riggs. Come on, Mavs. Do me and the Lakers a favor, Hey, Law, you just like all of the powerful teams, don't you, Law? Law, you like the Cowboys, the Yankees, and the Lakers, don't you? I don't like the Yankees, though, but I for dog sure love my Cowboys and my Lakers. Come on, baby. But put BB in the chat, baby. Beat Boston.
I want me some glory hole.
All right, now we can get to all right, Riggs. All right, Riggs. Riggs didn't want to shut up. Now we can get to RJ Ochoa. All right, let's listen to what he had to say.
Down year in 2022.
Let me play it from the beginning. Appreciate RJ Ochoa. Let me know, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear him clearly.
Imagine if the Cowboys had gotten a deal done with Dak Prescott a year ago. And we talked about, obviously, if they'd gotten it done on the heels of this down year in 2022, they would look like geniuses right now. They would look brilliant for getting it done and then Dak turning in the season that he did, as opposed to waiting. What they did, and they lost here, to be very clear here, the Cowboys challenged Dak Prescott. They dared him the way they did in 2019 and 2020. They dared him to go out and make money. And he did. I mean, and they're doing it again. They're on the verge of doing it again, at least. And that's what's so frustrating about this overall phenomenon, is that they don't seem to be learning from their mistakes, not just with the same player, but relative to everyone involved. Because they could have gotten a Prescott extension done last year, even after waiting in 2020 and 21, fine. They could have done it last year. They didn't. Fine. They could have gotten a deal done with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was first eligible for a contract extension a year ago. They didn't. They let it play out. They didn't quite dare him the same way because it wasn't a contract or anything like that, but they did. They let things be up to chance. And what happened? CeeDee Lamb turned in literally the most impressive, the most robust, the most objectively great statistical individual season that any wide receiver has ever had in franchise history. Why would he show up? I mean, it's crazy. And they're on the verge of doing it again with Micah Parsons. And that's what frustrates me. Any report that we see right now is, the Cowboys are going to prioritize CeeDee Lamb. That makes sense, right? Because the wide receiver market is on the verge of blowing up. We've talked about that. I've done videos about that. I've written articles about that. They have to take care of Dak Prescott if they want him around because he's the quarterback of their team. So it stands to reason, logically, they have the most time left with Micah Parsons. Yeah, he's third on the list in terms of priority, whatever. He shouldn't be, because what if the same thing happens? What if Micah does what CeeDee did last year? What if Micah goes out? What if this is the year that Micah Parsons wins Defensive Player of the Year? So all of a sudden, next year, you're not negotiating with a player who has 2 years left on their contract, who's coming off of a down overall team performance relative to how the Cowboys played in the playoffs. Now, in this extra hypothetical world that we're crafting and weaving here, you're negotiating with the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, who's set to enter the final year of his contract, who's been nothing at that point in time but like an all-pro and Pro Bowler every single year of his career. You're leaving that to chance. And a lot of people will say things like, what if he has a down year like Dak did in 2022? Then you get him for even cheaper on the dollar. And my rebuttal to that is like, who wants that? Why would we want that? The things we all want, right? The Cowboys playing well and these players playing well mean that they would be more expensive. Are the Cowboys going to, if Micah Parsons has a down year, be like, yes, we can get him for cheaper now because he's not as good? What? Like, who wants that? Who's thinking that way logically out loud? Nobody is. So imagine if the Cowboys...
Man, RJ Ochoa, man, he slam dunked that one right there, y'all. And that, I can literally go. I don't have to say another word about all of this. And this is us not beating up the family of the Joneses, but this is clearly me letting y'all know that when you collectively listening in to what he's saying, is that we are working backwards, man. We're working against the grain. And if you want to listen to that fullness of that clip right there, click on that link. It'll take you to his Instagram page, and you will see his whole thoughts on all of that. That's the only logical reason for all of this. You would have to counterbank on these boys not being successful so that you can get them at a lower rate. Because if not, unless you're getting money for free, it's going to cost you more, man. Whatever dollar amount Dak Prescott is, it's going to cost you more. Even from the principles of buy low and sell high. The ultimate time of what he was saying that you had to approach Dak Prescott was in 2022. After he led the league or tied the league in INTs. You could have walked in there and said, hey, here you go. and you would have looked like what he said, a genius. You know, you're like, yeah, see, I paid that man, and he got what Hurts got 51 or 52. You could have scooped right on in and gave him 48, 49. Right? Now, instead of 48, 49, you in between 55 and 60. The same could be said with CD Lamb. At the time, there's videos time-stamped for me from 2023 saying that, hey, let's go ahead and rock with the Lamb right now. Because these are the projections. This is the forecast. This is what I'm seeing. That every year, his numbers doing this. It's not doing that. And you want to get in front of it before other players. Now, granted, the counter to that would be, hey, you know, who is to say that his people are not holding this back? Well, the conversation been to relax. There's no sense of urgency, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are ultimately saying. So now that you got OTAs, you got leaderships and questioning, people are asking these leaders to lead without pay. It's a reason why your leaders do get paid. You know, the general, the person that's in command, they say, hey, let's go to war, charge. Now, there's two types of them, right? The one that stand on the hill and send his troops down that hill to get, you know, jacked up, or it'd be like Braveheart, you know, they running too, you know. Yeah, they say pay the man. And then there is a thing called cap space. Yes, you're right. It's a thing called cap space. But in order to finagle and work your way around that cap space, you got to pay these people early. But we operate with the no sense of urgency, right? And I'm not going to be the person to beat them down on that. I'm not. You know, you can get by with it. Sometimes your brain functionalities and everything just clicks even faster. Clicks even faster. It's a bad and terrible habit, but it worked for me. You know, I waited to the last hour to do my thesis statement in high school. Yeah. And them term papers and everything. I waited to the last day. And I got by with it, you know. Yeah. And then did Law learn his lesson then? No. Because in college, guess what? Your boy did the same thing. You know, term papers were due. I waited to the last hour, you know. I waited, you know. So truth be said, I'm transparent. How many of you guys did the same thing, right? And was able to scrape by? Passed it and everything. And I said, damn, if I applied myself a little bit more, I would have had even higher. But I'm telling the youth, don't do what I do, you know what I'm saying? But so many people wait till the last hour. Deadlines do make deals, right? But man, I'm not handling a $1 billion organization. Marcus did the same thing. Shout out to you, Marcus, right? We wait till the last hour, you know. And sometimes when you do things, and I try to do everything out of spontaneity. Spontaneity is cool or what have you. It took me 15 to 20 minutes to prep for this show. I didn't have everything because I love spontaneity. I love to freestyle, you know. Some people are so organized. They got a button for this, got a button for this, screen graphics fall out of the sky, you know, and they really on point with all of their stuff, you know. Or they have a whole team of people to get everything, you know. Yeah. Kelvin says he graduated high school in 1 year. Hey, man, you dope, man. Yeah, but, you know, what I'm saying is that if I'm running a $1 billion organization with a B, and if I ultimately want to win, I'm hiring the finest of the finest, the best of the best, to handle that process. I can't be multiple places at one time, but I for dog sure can have this guy to handle the books better. I can for sure get these contractors to handle the job a whole lot better than I can do. One thing I learned, and I hope, and I'm not saying that these boys need to go to business law and go to business school or what have you, but one of the greatest things that I learned from my business degree is getting work done through others. You're going to have to do that, Jerry. Just get somebody else to handle those inefficiency levels that you are at. Granted, they're doing a hell of a job with Will McClay. Maybe that's the thing, They can move very slowly and say, hey, let Willie do it, Yeah. Sean says the best yacht. And that's how we all do these type of things, ladies and gentlemen. Right? When them RFIs are released or them RFQs, requests for quotes, you're going to look at it, and then you're going to also look at the information that they presented. And then there's a column, experience level. Is this their first time? What other projects they worked on? I guarantee you my bottom dollar for that $2.8 billion workout facility in Frisco and that $3.5 billion playpen is what Stephen A. Smith calls it in Arlington. They didn't get first-time contractors to do that. They didn't get people who didn't have the level of information and knowledge to do those contracts. When they bid for those contracts, they looked at it and they waited and they said, you know what? This person performed at these levels of contracts. And even though this other supplier and this other contractor, they may be cheaper, but I can't have them for the first time building my infrastructure in Frisco. Let me go with this seasoned veteran guy that knows how to handle these contracts. And they rewarded those boys who had the levels of experience. If you're going to do that in that department, you should do that across the board in all departments, whether it's your scouting team, your media team, or even your guys that handle the financial situations. I think my guy Dak Attack did a deep study, an inductive one, and he found out that dude that's handling the finances for the Cowboys, dude was working at some type of fast food restaurant. And no shade at that. You can always find some brilliant people. But come on, man. Appreciate you, Paul. Keep up the good work. Law, appreciate you, Paul. Thank you, man. Appreciate you so much for your support. Thank you. But let's listen in to this right here. I got to put some words behind it. Give me 1 second here. Appreciate you so much for your love, your support, and all that y'all beautiful people do over here. Yeah. Juan says that Charlotte Jones, though, she's smarter. Yeah. Sometimes the lack of involvement will be better for you. You see, when you said Charlotte Jones, if she was handling the operations and beyond, it could be that she will be better than Stephen Jones. Even Jerry Jr., he probably would be better than Stephen Jones. Because when you're trying to have that point to be made and you're trying to have that stroke of an ego to say, hey, I'm just as good as my dad. I make movements. Let the AI speak on it.
Paul, $10. Keep up the good work, Law.
Appreciate you, Paul, again. And shout out to Swayze. I don't get why you don't pursue Bill Belichick. It's not logical to not pursue the greatest coach of all time with this defensive talent. Yeah. Now, there are some rumor mills out there that Bill Belichick is next in line. There are some rumor mills. But my only rebuttal to that before we play this audio, I think that this is about to be Mike McCarthy's best year. I'm going to repeat. I think that this is about to be Mike McCarthy's best year. Let me say it one more time. This is about to be Mike McCarthy's best year. I might be manifesting it now, you know what I'm saying? Thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be established, right? You know, I think that with Zim, this on the defensive side of the coin, two finite areas where we've been struggling at on defense side of the coin. One, discipline. We struggle. We suffered with discipline. And discipline is a multi-leveled situation, because all undisciplined team doesn't warrant a flag. If you have foresight, you come down and field. If you're supposed to keep middle field closed, you don't abandon that spot. If middle field open, then your linebacker must be able to fill the hook area, right? If you are an undisciplined team, even though those things may not warrant a flag, but they are still things that just going to hit you when you're playing against good teams. So the two areas where we struggled with, I think that Mike Zim is able to solidify and fill in those voided areas. Let me play them right quick.
Get your up there and contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go.
Yes. Disciplinarian, stopping the run. To contain the edges, ladies and gentlemen, in its trueness, that's a disciplinary thing. Newsflash, anybody can shoot upfield. Anybody can really disengage at this level. But can you keep your containment? Can you have soft eyes, patient feet? That takes a level of discipline. But if you are, excuse my French, a sack whore, and if you are a person that's only after the sacks, pause if necessary, then you are an undisciplined team. I think that, we get back to not being those things and do these things right here, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of my guy.
Get your up there and contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
Yeah. He hate mistakes. We all do. Yeah. And Trip Aces says only sacks. No. Ain't that right, Trip Aces? Everything else going to come to it. Pressure rate will be there. Contain the edges. We got $9.5 million. We should be able to, on this back end of things, if coach don't like what he see out there with these boys. Oh, hold on. I misquoted. We got $12 million, man. 12.3. $12.3 million. Good Lord. we should have no issues. And before I play this audio, it pains me, ladies and gentlemen. It literally pains me. It pains me, ladies and gentlemen, when I look at the Philadelphia Eagles and the 49ers. 49ers with $25 million. But let me talk about the Eagles. Them rascals got $26 million available to spend. They paid their quarterback. They paid Saquon Barkley, the running back. They paid A.J. Brown and them, Smitty. They trimmed some fat when necessary. And they still got more money than us, man. What more do you want, Jerry?
What more do you want from me?
They paid their tight end. They paid everybody. 49ers, we can't even use they don't have a quarterback to pay. Them rascal paid Bosa quarterback money.
What more do you want from me?
Boys got 25 lighters on the dresser. Yes, sir. $25 million. We sitting at 12 and we banging on the table hoping and praying that they go out there and just solidify maybe 2 areas on defense. 3 areas if we're really lucky. Let's D-tackle. That's a cornerback if you don't like what you see. And maybe a wide receiver. Running back at this point is a moot point right now. If you wanted a running back, you would have to go young in the draft. So the young and the restless, right? Oh my gosh. But with $12 million, even I'm right now telling y'all right now that's listening. That's enough money, man. It's still enough money. Swayze says, seems like this is a Zim retirement year. Jerry is throwing him a bone. Jerry like his guys. Laugh out loud. Damn. I didn't look at it that way. Yeah, a favor for a favor, right? Hey, you played it on moving back to Dallas, man. Let me give you a comfortable landing, man. Hey, that's going to have some money attached to it. So, hey, I can't debate that. But let's listen to this right here. Let's listen to hold on, we got another super chat. He says, Eric Green. Are you related to Mean Joe Green? Just asking, by the way. Offensive lineman is better and defense better because of Mike Zim. One nose tackle would not hurt. 14-3. This is that year. Let me give you a down button. Damn. Whew. Oh my goodness. My guy said Zeke dead money. Zeke dead money was $6 million. It's already been off the books, but I give it what you said. But let's listen to this, man. Let's listen to this right quick. It's only 38 seconds.
But they are all in on re-signing Dak Prescott. Eventually, they just haven't shown it yet. But I'm told behind the scenes they've made clear they don't want him to hit free agency in 2025. They want him to be the quarterback of the future, but their negotiation so far has been described to me as passive. So sometime this summer, they're going to have to ramp up the heat a little bit, come with a strong offer and get the ball going. But they made clear they're going to do that. They're just slow playing it a little bit. And you have some other quarterback comps. A little bit, yeah. They have some quarterback comps coming in. Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville will probably get done at some point. Tua in Miami. Yeah. Maybe they're sort of setting the stage for themselves. And meanwhile, CeeDee Lamb, he can just sit back and watch and see what happens, and he'll get paid eventually.
So somebody told him that's within the star. Now, that's the privilege that they receive by being the 3-ladder to 4-ladder network. And that is what's driven to create some type of an excitement about this. But I don't think that this dude, Fowler, have to lie to kick it. He's not one of those type of reporters. You know, I don't put him in the classifications of a Pat McAfee or Skip Bayless, Colin Cowherd. I don't think nobody really speaking to him on those type of levels there. And salute to Colin Cowherd or what have you. No shade upon that brother. I don't think that he's more of a clickbait, sensationalism type of guy, right? So he's cut and narrow. He's straight and narrow, however you say that. And my thing is, ladies and gentlemen, your actions speaks louder than words. And the Cowboys' actions, ladies and gentlemen, are these things right here that they don't give a dog. There's no added in pressure. And the difference is when you look at these type of things, the Patriots, they got pressure from above. The Commanders, believe it or not, they got pressure from above. $43 million, and they got a rookie quarterback. They can literally do a lot with 43. The Lions, they paid their quarterback, didn't they? They paid their wide receivers. They got a young running back room. They can literally name whatever they want to do. With $40 million, man, that's a lot of coins. Cards, 35. Jags, they slow playing this thing out with Trevor Lawrence. If they wanted to, they could pay him that. How much you got? They got $34 million. They could be foolish and let him play out this year and then franchise tag him, but that's not the way, and that's definitely not the thing to do, right? You got the Raiders with 34, Packers with $30 million, Eagles, we talked about them, Chargers, they got 26, Colts 26. All of these people, even Eastside Harold team, don't y'all know what the Texans were able to do this offseason? Don't y'all know what they was able to do from a signing conversation? And if they want to, they can turn the dial up even more with $19 million. You round at 19.8, they got $20 million. They can do a lot with $20 million. Sneakily, the Steelers can do a lot with that 18. The Kansas City Chiefs, Super Bowl champs, with $17 million. They can do just about anything they want to do right now. If I'm Simmons, the guy that's available on the market, right? Hold on. Let me see if I got it somewhere here. Bear with me. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy again, Boss Cowboy Sports. Yeah. Hold on. Boom. Let's go down here. All of those teams I just mentioned, if they want Stephon Gilmore, they can call him nah. It wouldn't even hurt them. A Gilmore contract wouldn't even hurt any of these teams. Where they at? Wouldn't hurt none of these teams that's above us. It wouldn't hurt their salary cap at all. Xavier Howard, it wouldn't hurt those boys to sign him to a 2-year or a 1-year deal. Justin Simmons, Quandre Diggs, Michael Hyde, wouldn't hurt those teams. Wouldn't hurt the Niners to say, hey man, hey Hyde, you want to come hide here? Wouldn't hurt the Chiefs to say, Hyde, you want to come hide here? Simmons. Man, we be sitting here like, man, it's a cheat code, man. How are they able to sign everybody that they want and not even mention the cap? Now, I know that most of y'all don't watch other teams and their pressers, but all of those teams that's north of us, they don't even mention salary cap. They don't even talk about the cap. Because what's understood, y'all can explain it on the end. Don't have to be. It don't have to be explained. What's understood, you don't have to talk about it. Here's the truth. Other teams know. Other teams know. Not saying that our Cowboys don't know, but other teams know that if you want a player at a discount rate, you got to sign them before the end of life. You got to sign them early. There's no escape around it. The other thing that they do know, what other teams do know, that they capitalize off the growth aspect of the NFL year to year. They capitalize it. And the third thing that they ultimately know is it's better to get rid of a player 2 years too soon, juxtaposed to 2 years too late. If I'm going to get rid of a player, give me something back in return. The reason why they are able to operate off of those tactics, I can't talk today. The fear of losing their jobs and the applied pressure from above. Somebody, if this was another team, somebody have to answer to why you paid Michael Gallup all of that money. Why did you cut Amari Cooper? Why are you waiting so late to sign Lamb? What's going on with Parsons? Who leaked out that you trying to trade Parsons? You know, it would have been like this at any other organization. And we've seen stuff happen like this before. Breaking news, the Cowboys are trading Michael Parsons for 3 first-round draft picks and a conditional second to the Raiders. You know, it would have been something like that. Because nobody knew that Khalil Mack was going to Chicago, right? Nobody was like really saying, hey, man, you know, Tyreek Hill, he's going to go to Miami land. Nobody knew of those things until it started to happen. The craziest thing about it, there's people watching this video knew that Brandon Cooks was going to get here since 2022. Why? Because they was talking. They was talking about, hey, man, we really want Brandon Cooks, man. But you see, the trade deadline, you know, came right at the time, and the ink ran out of paper, and the paper ran out of ink, and we couldn't get the deal done at the trade deadline. But we will circle back at the end of the year. That's not going to do us no good. In 2022, we needed a veteran then. And then they say, hey, pull up that book and call T.Y. in. Yeah, that's what happened, man. That's exactly what happened. So Swayze says, with the $4.99 for your mind, so why not extend Dak 2 years ago? Laugh out loud. Jerry is too old for this. Riggs, you ain't lying. Yeah, he's too old. You know, why not extend him 2 years ago? Yeah. Jerry's too old for this, and his son is playing Madden on franchise. Laugh out loud. And his son, I heard his son still not able to win Super Bowl on Madden. Hey, shit. Oh, man, I'm not beating up the Joneses, but I am. You know, Saiton says, Law, will Cowboys restructure any of the contracts? Here's what I got. And this could be sad to us. And I hope that this is not the situation or the scenario. For this brother to hold out last year, and then you cave and gave him the money, right? Then for him to ultimately play only 1 year and then he retire, that would be devastating to us as Cowboy fans, as lovers of the game and beyond. And you can go ahead and fill in the name of that particular player. For us to ultimately have that and get nothing back in return, that would be crazy. If there's anybody that you can restructure, right, and try to get things going, would be that player. You can fill in the blanks, you know what I'm saying, of the name. I don't want to say his name. But that would be the only person that I can foresee that you can restructure. You can fool around with Trayvon Diggs' contract and restructure some things there. Put money up front and then add in some, I guess, incentives. Give him some bonus money, and you will have some money to go ahead and pay Lamb. But I don't see anybody worthy of those two. Now, you can make a strong argument for the other guy that plays defense. He don't get you a lot of sacks. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to bring up his name, but it sounds just like my name. It's just like my name. You can restructure that deal. He don't get a lot of sacks, but he's hell of a good doggone dog to stop the run. Yeah. You could do that for his contract. But I don't see anybody else. Because after this year, you're going to have to worry about another guy that's been catching a lot of INTs. And the more you pump him up, he's going to look at this other DB we got on the team and say, hey, can I get that too? I'm just as good. And he should be accepting less. And I'm praying that the Cowboys don't fall into that trap with the franchise tag stuff again. These contracts go by quickly. You got to start early. You can't wait too late. That is the price of drafting well if you want to use that as an argument. But you got to be willing. You got to be willing to let it go. And here's the other side of that. Not for free. You got to be willing to let it go and get something back in return. And speaking of that, back in return, shout out to Prize Picks. You can be in the mix too. 100% of your deposit match up to $100 will be applied to you if you are in areas where they are accepting Prize Picks. They got some promotional opportunities for you, and all you have to do is download Prize Pick and use promo code LAW, and you can be pretty much an ambassador of them. You sign up and then you can refer a friend and get 25 off of yours. On top of that, here's my lineup for this week. And granted, this is already in process, but if you do want to be able to partake in some of those that's not active already, just check out this right here. Click on that, and then when you jump over to Prize Picks, you can be in the mix with all of these things. I got $100 down for a $2,500 payout with a flex pay. But you can do the same by downloading Prize Picks, and you can be in the mix, baby. Shout out to the WNBA. They're going to have to carry it away for right now, man. But, hey, it is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, y'all don't have to block. Y'all have to block them. Let them be delusional, but hey, it is what it is. Dak delusional. And matter of fact, let's do this because it's Sunday. Save your Sunday best for
I
May.
ran up a check, I might do it again. Enemies close, have me thinking they're friends. 10 toes down, I'll be free until the end. Crib outside the city, I don't feel safe in my hands.
It's a crib
Took so many years,
outside of
I've
the
been playing
city,
for the
baby.
wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend.
Come on,
You are the
baby.
only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
The phone line for your mind is brought to you by Prize Picks. 657-390-7391 is the hotline for your mind on this beautiful Sunday. Let's get it, man. And hey, it's countdown to real football time too, by the way. So throw me your questions, man. Make it quick, and we'll get back to all what we do here. But hey, man, y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to block anybody, man. Come on. Yeah, this is baseball, baby. Come on, Rangers, huh? yeah. Or in other words, come on, Yankees, huh? That's what a few people rooting for the Yankees, Braves. From the 253, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. In the mix, talk to us.
Hey, what's going on, Lo?
Not much, man.
I just want to know why we cannot get nobody to understand that Mike Zimmer will take care of the D-line.
Oh, you're talking about just in general,
Yeah.
like the D-line.
His D-line does not have. They don't go attack up the field. They play the run first.
They do.
So that's as he said. So the linebackers know where they fit.
Yeah. You know what's going to happen here is that a lot of people, we've been burnt. We've been burnt.
Yeah.
We've been burnt a lot. So a lot of people like Dowd and Thomas, they're going to have to touch and feel, and they're going to have to see with their eyes first before they believe. And the Cowboys, with their resume, man, we none of us saw what happened in that postseason. You get what I'm saying, bro? We didn't like if we were to lose by a field goal at 1 point, maybe that would have been something that we will accept going into this offseason.
I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah, and that's why I put the maybe in there. But by us getting blown out, that's what leaving a sour taste in everybody's mouths, because they ultimately don't believe in this team on the defensive side. Yeah, just to be fair, just to be fair.
Right. But I tell you like this: everybody's sleeping on us.
Yeah,
and I'm glad they are.
Yeah, me too.
Guess what? When we start stomping and dirting people, don't come near me. Leave me alone.
Right. So when you see that person, when they make those comments, just collect them. Keep those receipts. Keep those receipts, man. Because it's easier, literally it's easier to say that we would not be able to make it or we would not be able to win because of the history, right?
That's true.
Because of the history. You've been right for like 20 years. You've been like Stephen A. Smith. You've been right, But if you don't add in all of the context to it, it goes a little deeper than that.
But listen here, I'm gonna let you go with this one.
Go ahead.
Watch out for Trey Lance. I believe because now he's being trained, you will see the real Trey Lance.
Yeah, I think that he's, he got a strong arm. He's athletic, and he's getting the proper techniques with his feet and everything. And I think that Mike McCarthy said he's becoming a master of this scheme now in the system. So that's good.
Well, McCarthy is the one who trained Aaron Rodgers. Everybody forgets that.
Yep. That's a cool point right there. He is the quote unquote quarterback whisperer. right? And under his system alone, Dak Prescott, second team All-Pro, and by far one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the National Football League last season, under his first year under his system. So yeah, I'm thinking that you're going to see improvement under Trey.
At Dak Prescott in his second year, I think he will raise the flag, my brother, and I'm gonna let you out with that one. Go Cowboys! No
doubt, man. Appreciate you for this for the 253, and I get it, y'all. Right now it's popular to be like, hey man, Cowboys trash, man. They suck, man. They ain't gonna win nothing, right? And for like positive content creators, and there's nothing wrong with being pessimistic too, right? But you still got to be objective, right? I'm one of the most objective people out here, right? I would call the spade a spade, but I for dog sure can't say that we're going to be suck or we're going to trash before we even get a chance to see that person on the field, based off of what evidence, right? If you are a fan of this team, right? But it's easier. I promise you, it's easier to say, "Oh man, Brevin Ford, man, he can't catch a cold, man. The brother's good. He's big." I saw JC Network film breakdown, JC Cowboy film breakdown of Span Ford, right? Boy had 9 drops, man. He can't catch a cold. Hey, he was the only person during COVID. Hey, man, you don't need to wear a mask, man. You can't catch nothing, man. You good, man. Keep moving, man. Keep moving, man. You ain't gonna catch nothing. He was the only guy that he couldn't wear a mask because they knew he wasn't gonna be able to catch anything, right? I get all of that. But for us to just harp on that and dismiss his ability to block downfield and his size, pause if necessary, shoot, come on, man. Even Denzel Daxon, he's an undrafted guy. For me to dismiss him before we even get a chance to see him, that's just not this channel, right? Now, you can be on another channel and they say, hey, man, that dude going to be trash, man. He ain't going to be able to do anything. He can't bust out of a wet paper bag, man. He's undrafted. He suck law. Well, I'm not finna speak those things into existence. I'm not finna speak that onto that young man, right? There's ways you can go at it, y'all. Right? That's all I'm saying when I do my content here, right? I got JV for the 901. You're live on The Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, you doing all right today?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, so am I. Look, I was just calling to let you know about this off season to be Cowboys in heaven. I know it started off pretty rough, but sure, I think things ought to be okay if we can just hold off and see who certain teams like Baltimore or Miami probably cut it running back, and probably Cleveland or Washington cut it defensive tackle. And maybe, we could probably scoop one of their throwaways up, probably help us out.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really don't have any issue with the team. I'm constantly saying, and I know I talked with you about this before, but I just don't want to see, overshown Stephen Jr. and Diggs out there on the field too soon in the season.
Right, don't rush it. Yeah.
Yeah, just let them go ahead and sit out a few weeks, and, hey, I understand, they might be kind of athletic and all that there, but that's the same thing we thought about Michael Gallup. And in 2021 you had Tyler Biadasz, who didn't allow a sack whatsoever. And then at the end of 2022 he got injured, and all of 2023 he sucked. But just don't rush him back. Let him go ahead and get ready. Yeah. So they're able to come back, and then we won't be having all this old bull crap going on. Oh, he sucked. He did.
Yeah. The fact is, The thing is with Gallup is we seen that, right? Like, what the Cowboys do is that just because they paid the brother, right, that they looking at it like, damn, well, let's see if we can rush him up out of here, because I think collectively they gave him about $60 million. That's a lot of money, man. And he wasn't even looking for the money. It just fell in his lap. And it fell in his lap so that they kind of did that in spite of saying that they wanted to believe in Amari Cooper. and I get it. Amari Cooper, I like the way Boss Cowboy Sports do the bastards versus homegrown guys, and their guys. So Gallup was their guy, and he made some spectacular catches. But we all had to foresee that, like, coming off of an injury, you're not finna get those pre-injury Gallup guys. You're not finna get those days. You're going to get post-injury Gallup guy. So that's the only thing, bro.
Especially when you see him out there in training camp and he's trying to get better, you see him limping like he's running, but you're saying, "No, we're gonna go. We finna put him out there on week 1, be ready to go."
Yeah.
While we got Noah Brown to count on to have to take up the slack.
To take up the slack. My thing is with the Cowboys is we just need for them to be a little bit more assertive with their approach to paying these guys, or a little bit more understanding too of what you get, what you're thinking that you're getting, and to know what you're getting. Like they had to know that they just saw it. They literally, God revealed to them. They saw what happened with Michael Gallup, right? Yeah. For them to do a similar thing to, dare I say, TP, Tony Pollard, is crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like, you saw that man ankle snapped in so many pieces, right? That you didn't have to franchise tag him. You could have said, "Hey, man, we're gonna let 31 other teams take a look at you. We want you, but we're gonna let you test the market, and this is our offer, right? And this is on the table." And they went on ahead and franchise, and you can't prorate that money. You can't spread it out. You can't do nothing. That's a hard money off the books. Yeah.
Yep. All that hit the salary cap.
All
every single penny.
Every little dime. Yep.
That's true. And that's why I just don't want those guys rushed out there. But I know that knowing the front office, we're not going to get it like that. And I just don't want those guys' career to suffer here in Dallas.
Yeah.
Because I believe TP is going to be good. Now I believe that he's gotten a lot better. He did show a lot of improvement towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
But he went on about his business. I pray things going better for Michael Gallup, but I think his career might be over. And I don't want to wish that on nobody, but I believe that might be a wrap for him.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say with Gallup and as well as with Tony. Both of those boys, they're not gonna have 1,000 cameras in their faces, right? Gallup is now in Raiders land, who's gonna have a stern coach over there. He ain't gonna allow that BS walk, right? And if he's gonna be the third or the fourth option there, that's phenomenal, because old boy, he's gonna get a lot of attention. Adams gonna get a lot of attention regardless, And
Adams, ain't Renfro still there?
Nah, I think Renfro is a free agent, y'all. Let me know. Yeah, let me know.
I'm not sure about it. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a free agent or not. I know he might be, but
he might be.
I thought
But Gallup can fit right into that role there and flourish, because Adams is going to get all of the attention. Yeah, so he's in a good situation. And even with the Titans, it's crazy because they don't have a power back, in my opinion. They got the same situation that we had last year. But you're going to have a healthier Tony Pollard, because he's going to be a year removed from that ankle. And then you're going to have that 2 running back set over there with, I think, Tajay Spears and Tony. That's going to be a good little combination there. But with no power back.
I think they might use Tony more to his strengths of catching out the backfield into the feet.
Hell yeah, they may do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because here in Memphis, they saw him do that on a regular basis when he was in college.
Mm-hmm.
So sure, I believe that they might take it up. But yeah, I just want Carl to talk to you about that, especially probably picking up one of those guys off the cut list,
right?
The preseason.
Yeah.
And I hope. Even though I'm not a Commode fan, I do hope it is one of those guys. Who is that? Jonathan Allen from the Commodes,
right?
Who don't want to be there. I wouldn't mind getting him over here as a defensive tackle.
Yeah, and that would be nice, man. I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you, bro.
All right, now have a great one, bro.
You as well, man. That's my guy, JV. All right, so here's my thoughts with everything that I just said. The whole mindset, man, of the Cowboys, we just got to figure out a way to handle the financial side. That's the only thing. We need a Willie McClay of the financial side. And everything else will work its way. I promise y'all, everything will work its way out. We need a Willie McClay on the financial side. That's what we need. I don't mind Jerry Jones doing all of that doggone talking, 3 or 4 press conferences a week, and his son trying to match him with 3 or 4 himself. But find you a good financial guy that can handle these books a whole lot better. And speaking of that, shout out to Rogue Shop, man. Look into the description box. We have Rogue Shop information there. Download Rogue Shop or go to their app and use promo code LAW, and you'll receive 10% off of all of your purchases. We have a lot of things there that you can use to your disposal. Speaking of that, I got my brother from another mother from the 202. What's new? You're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks and Rogue Shop. Talk to me. No clone, Tyrone.
What's going on, Lord, man?
Hey, man, all is well.
That's good. It's good to hear your voice and see your show, man. I wanted to talk about the final word that you, Boss Cowboy, and the OC did.
Okay.
And that clip that y'all showed of Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and Mike McCarthy, I had to give her flowers, man. Shout out to James Slater. She asked a hard question that Jerry Jones couldn't answer, and he was just trying to get himself together to answer those questions, but he couldn't answer the questions. So that goes to show you that Prescott, Michael Prescott, Michael Parsons, and CeeDee Lamb is the team at this point. And if you don't sign these guys, whether now or later, you're going to suffer. And, for the most part, James, she answered the question that every Cowboy fan wanted to know. Like, when are you going to pay these guys? Like, how long is it going to take? Like, and then they wanted to blame it on the agents. Well, the agents, their job is to make sure their client is happy. They make sure their client has the money that they need to progress, or whatever the case may be. Like, Prescott was a damn near MVP quarterback last season.
Yeah.
And he's not going to go lower than 60 million. He's not going to go lower than 54 million. Like, his bar is set at $54 million. So, like, the longer you wait, you're going to have to match that $54 million. Just like with CD. CD kind of like, and it's still a rookie contract kind of type of deal, but it's the same thing like with Michael Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. You're going to have to pay these guys, because if you don't, their agents or however they look at it, they might end up going to another team. But it's just like the same thing with Prescott. It's the same thing. It's just like they're not looking at what the value of these guys are. Like, Prescott is not going to sit on the free agent market for long if he does go on free agent.
I don't think he would last a day. It will be Dak Prescott is on a, and then dun, he is picked up by X, Y, and Z team. You know that list that I had with all of those teams. Like, I can literally look at this list, bro, and the Patriots will have no problems in signing Dak Prescott. The Commanders, even with their quarterback that they have now, they will still sign Dak Prescott. I think the Lions will be okay. Cardinals will sign Dak Prescott. Raiders, I'm not going to say the Eagles because of their situation. Colts, the Niners to a degree, Titans, Bears, even the Bears, Dolphins, Steelers, Vikings, they would be loved to embrace Dak Prescott. Falcons, maybe the Jets if Aaron Rodgers hang them up or what have you. Panthers, Saints, Seahawks, Giants, they will all will embrace Dak Prescott real quickly. They would definitely jump all over that like a cheap suit. Denver, yeah, Denver too. Yeah.
All these teams, like you think all these teams that wouldn't have no problem signing him, giving him the money he wants, and probably giving him more. So it's like Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones' philosophy is thinking about how to go about dealing with these players. They're not gonna last. Like soon, you're gonna have the fan base rising up against them. It's coming to a theater near you. Like new media is kind of like shutting it down with this. With the fallout of the 3 other networks, they're not even making sense no more. Like, so that's all I wanted to, call in and say because Jane, she killed it. She killed it.
And here's the conundrum, though, bro. Even if, like, let's say for example, even if you wanted Dak to be gone, right? He got the no trade clause on there, so you got nothing. You get nothing back in return. So you can't even fleece a team and say, "Well, I can fleece a team, pay the money to Trey Lance, right, and be on top of it." Because technically, if you really want to be true with it, that's what the Eagles did. They fleeced the damn coach, didn't they? They got the coach to get Carson Wentz. With that money, they went and got A.J. Brown and a few other players, right? They fleeced them, and then they elevated Jalen Hurts. We can't even play that play because it's not available because you got the no trade clause on Dak Prescott contract.
And it's not like he's a bad quarterback. Like it's not like this man he's not a bad quarterback. He just never had the proper weapons to proceed to the next level. Like with Prescott, with a Derrick Henry. And a Bobby Wagner and all these different, a good defense, a great offensive line. I can guarantee this man will win a Super Bowl, but they don't look at it like that. They look at it like, oh, he's a part of the Cowboys. He's a part of the star. He has to submit to us. Nobody is going to submit to you guys, whether you're the Cowboys or not. It's just, and sad thing about it, the ball is in this man's court.
It absolutely is, man. I appreciate you for calling in, man.
No problem, man. DC for life, not for sure.
Let's get it, man. That's my guy, man. No clone Tyrone. We got the 316. You in the mix. Talk to us.
Hello?
Yeah, what's good? Yeah, you're live.
My man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you answering my call, sir. First of all, I want to say God bless.
Amen to that. Amen to that, yo.
To be honest with you, I think that the blow up thing is not even a real thing. We ain't blowing up.
Right.
We're going to win enough games to where we ain't going to be able to draft a high quarterback to begin with.
Facts.
So and to be honest with you, like, they're going to pay Dak. They're going to pay Dak. They're going to pay CD. But we're going to overpay like we always do.
Yeah, I mean, you know the biggest problem of the Cowboys? You know the biggest problem? We've been average. We've been average to, in the last 28 years, we've been average and we've been above average and good, We haven't been excellent in a certain situation, but we've been average and above. And that problem creates this right here. When you average, you don't get a chance to draft that quarterback number 1 overall or number 2 overall. You get what I'm saying? You don't get a chance to get that marquee player because Jason Garrett was average at best, even if you add in all of the Pro Bowlers, all of the All-Pros that he had. And then before Jason Garrett, we had Wade Phillips, who was average, and he was a little bit above average to a certain degree. And then when you had, even in our worst years with Dave Campo, bro, winning 5 games, it's too many goddamn games to win. It's too many. So going 5-11, 5-11, 5-11, that took us out of the Michael Vick sweepstakes. You know what I'm saying? That took us out of all of those other things to be able to get certain kinds of caliber of players. You see? So we've been in those rooms for a long time. And in order, and then when we decided, bro, to move up and take that risk, damn it, we moved up to get Mo Claiborne.
Bro,
we passed up on Luke Kuechly. We passed up on so many people. We moved up to get Mo Claiborne. No offense to Mo Claiborne. He followed me on Instagram. But that's just the price we've been paying, dog. Because we either win too many games or we just right at that middle place, right? And that's our number one problem. But in these last 3 seasons, we've been above average. We've been 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. And you're not going to draft anybody good when you're 12-5, 12-5. It was a blessing for us to get Parsons because we came off of that terrible situation, you know what I'm saying, in the pandemic year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, like we got the beast, you know the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we was lucky enough to get CeeDee Lamb, but why in the hell you want to wait around for the Leafs to fall?
Right.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand
Like, why
that.
do you want the price to raise up when you already know that we had a salary cap? That
Yeah.
you know you're going to have to restructure your quarterback. You're going to have to pay the quarterback.
You're going to have to pay that. Yep. It's like taxes. You're going to have to pay them. That's unfortunate.
But I'm gonna get up off here, man. Hey, I've been listening to you. I got to talk to I got to talk to Voch.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk to you. Hey, Big James.
Yeah.
I got to talk to Big James. I need to talk to Big James. Past that, I appreciate you. God bless.
Uh-huh.
And y'all have a good show. Thank you.
You as well. Appreciate you, man. You know, that's our number one issue right there, man. And I'm not beating up this team, but we just didn't. I said this before. We just didn't suck enough, you know. We didn't, man. Shane Gailey, you couldn't lose another game. Come on, man. Dave Campo, how you gonna win 5 of them, man? You couldn't lose more. Come on, Dave Campo. 5-11, 5-11, 5-11, right? 3 consecutive years of 5-11. We couldn't suck worse than that, right? And then even with Jason Garrett, it took us all the way into what? To get these earlier picks. To 2015, we had to have Tony Romo to go down that year, and we won only 4 games. And then that brought upon Ezekiel Elliott and all of this stuff, you know. And I think a little time before, when Garrett was here, when we got Mo Claiborne, you know, when we kind of came off of a bad season or what have you. So it's just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Like Eastside Harold right now that's in the chat, his team, they only won like 1 or 2 games that year. How many games y'all won that year, bro? You know, I don't know you know. Or somebody in the chat, I know y'all know. But that's the only possible way that they were able to get CJ. And on another end, you know, the Panthers had to do a crazy thing, right, for that to happen, right? So it's crazy. And the craziest thing of it all, even by them being that horrible, I'm talking about the Texans, right? That horrible, they also gave us a real good fight. It took us at the last hour to beat them. So it's crazy, man. Yeah. Kevin says 1-15 brought the triplets to the 90s. In the 90s, yeah, 1-15. So that's the thing, and I just don't foresee this team only winning 3 games, only winning 4 games. I don't see this team only winning 7 games. I don't foresee this team only winning 8 or 9 games. The media may say it, then they got every ability. It's popular now. Oh, man, the Cowboys only going to win 4 or 5 games. How? Sway, how? We are way too talented. We're way too talented, ladies and gentlemen. This team is going to win you. I got us still going 13-4, believe it or not. But this team going to probably win you 12 Well, 13 games. One of my other guys said, hey, man, this team going to win you about 14 games. I'm not going to go that high, but I'm right in between that area. They can pump up all they want on the Washington, the Giants, and the Eagles, but we are still better, believe it or not. If healthy, Kevin says, if healthy, we can win 14 games. And I would echo that, but I'm going to stick to my 13 games, man, 13-4. I said for the last, everybody called me delusional. Man, Lord, delusional, man. They ain't going to win 13 games. And you're right, we didn't win 13 games. We for damn sure won 12 of them, though. I was closer than you. Yeah. Yeah. Next, we have from the 815, you're live on the Nation, brought to you by Prize Picks. You're the mix. You're live on the Nation.
NFL Nation, man. Oh, Mo Claiborne, man. Don't bring that guy up. What was that? A fourth pick or sixth pick?
Man, we traded up to get him. We passed Luke Kuechly. We passed Stephon Gilmore and Luke Kuechly to go get him. And Gilmore, we still talking about Gilmore to this day. That's crazy, huh?
You want me to tell you what was so crazy about it? Like in real time, they was telling people, man, Gilmore is ready set to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mo Claiborne wasn't even the best corner on the team. It was Pat P.
Yeah.
So like that, it was a waste of pick. But anywho, I want to say this. Far as what I like a slight prediction right now. I don't know that we're gonna win 13 games, but I don't think we're gonna win no less than 11 games. Like I'm not feeling this. We might be somehow in the running for the number 1 overall pick. It's crazy. That's talking crazy.
Yeah, that's wishful thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I do believe you have to. I believe we can. We don't have a real leader on our team, I feel like. So I believe things can snowball, but not to the point where we could be in contention for the number 1 overall pick. Back to our unsigned player.
Before you go to the unsigned side of it, when you say real leader, so who is the leader on this team?
Law.
Come on, man. Come on with it now.
The leader of our team should be Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, but I'm not sure nobody. If we being for real, I'm not sure Dak has the buy-in of his teammates. That like you can fight me on there if you want to, but I'm not sure if Micah Parsons has like is mature enough. So I want Micah Parsons to be. I will want Dak Prescott to be, but I'm not sure who the team looking to. Like if we being for real, I'm not sure.
Well, you still have to. I know how you feel about Dak. You know, go ahead and say 2 and was he 2 and what was he 2 and what?
2 and 5 Dak.
2 and 5 Dak, but he is ultimately the leader of this team. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Now the results. It could be just the results, right? But at the end of the day, the results are 2 and 5 or what have you. But at the end of the day, he's the leader. There's no weak spots on the way he command the team and the way he's not gonna hold on. Let me finish my soliloquy on this part right here. You know, when it's time for him to show up, he's not gonna give you the excuse of him not being able to be there in OTAs or in training camp or being pulled off the field, because he's saying ultimately you can't use that against me. Now, in these other games, I'm talking about the biggest and the brightest of the games. Granted, I do, and I will say that he still need help. He still need help. He didn't have help in that last game that we saw against Green Bay Packers. Let me know if I'm wrong now. Let me know if I'm wrong.
I want to get back to your first point about that leadership.
Go ahead.
Law said Dak Prescott's the leader. I'm gonna state this again, because when I say stuff, Law oftentimes like to brush it off as crazy talk or what the hell are you talking about talk. But again, our head coach said coming out of a playoff loss that our players looked nervous.
Okay,
now,
yeah.
God darn.
You going back to them. Hey, wait a minute now.
I ain't got to go back to nothing. You said Dak was our leader. So where's the leadership? With this past playoff game, we lost to the 7th seed, the first ever 7th seed to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
Where was the leadership? Lord, don't, please.
Wait a minute now. Hold on.
Where's the leadership?
Wait a minute.
I can lead everybody to the ice cream store. But can I lead to the ice cream store when it's raining and cold outside? Come on. It's sunny days. Everybody loves them. Can you stand the rain? Go ahead, please.
So you mean to tell me that there's based off of your analogy there, out of the 32 teams, there's only one leader, and that's named Pat Mahomes, because there's nobody else is leader. Because is that what you're saying basically?
Let's do a station identification check. This is Law Nation Sports, right?
Right.
We are talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if we want to talk about the Green Bay Packers or the Philadelphia Eagles, or you want to talk about Kyler Murray, who you now believe is worse than Dak Prescott.
He's worse. Yeah, he's not better than Dak. Oh my goodness. Oh, wait. Now hold on, man. Hold on. Let me. Now, if Dak is 2-5, Dak. Now, what is Kyler Murray? and what, Murray? $250 million, Murray. What is Murray? What is Murray?
Come to our house and put a little spanking on
he did do that. But back to this thing though. Based off of that, so Jordan Love is a leader and Dak not because of that playoff game.
I'm not saying. See, but then you can't do this, Law. See, I know that work on people who don't really think. I want to take this conversation also I want to add Jalen Hurts into this conversation.
Okay.
Guys, I know Law likes to do stuff like that. Well, what about Jordan Love? Or, what about Jalen Hurts? Dak Prescott has been in the league double the amount of years Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
And this is Jordan Love going into his second year of starting. Let's stop doing that. I want to talk about this unsigned stuff because Law trying to
wait.
2-5. His record speaks for himself. If that is who y'all say he was, why is he 2-5? Why is the ownership kind of like should we even offer him Baker Mayfield contract? Cut it out.
Wait a minute.
We're going to pay Michael Parsons. We're going to pay Michael Parsons. We're going to pay CD. Go ahead.
Is Lamar leader before you go into these?
No, Dak is. Don't come on. Dak is not.
Is 2-4? Is 2-4 Lamar leader?
Man,
come on, man. Cause last year you were saying 2-4 Dak.
Okay.
So 2-4.
I'm gonna ask you a Law Nation question. If it happened to be in an ill scenario world, Lamar Jackson could be on the Cowboys and you could keep Dak Prescott, who you taking? And let's be for real now.
You talking about if both of these boys on this team right now?
It's a simple question.
Man, give me Dak all day. Man, give me Dak all day, baby.
You don't even you. And then let me tell you how Law don't stick to his guns. I've been doing some research because I said Law losing his fastball.
What happened, man?
Let me go back. I went back. The beginning of the season, Law said, Brandon, you've been calling into this show. This was beginning of the season. You've been calling this show last 3 years. That's going to have to prove it to me. I'm not going to. Law said, if Dak do not do it, I will not be on here basically being his PR. Lo and behold, the season has ended the same way 3 years in a row, and you still cheerleading for that.
Wait a minute.
I want to get this out. I do not blame the organization for not wanting to sign Dak Prescott. My only issue with the organization is let's go on and get CD signed. What's wrong with, like, you mean to tell me you confused on all 3 of the contracts? That's the craziest thing. So we gonna play around with all 3 of them. That's why, although I can't stand Dak, I'm not with the organization how they handling this situation at all. Period. But I do not want them to re-sign Dak. I stand on it, and I've been standing on that for like 4 years. Since he got the contract. I did want him to get that. But I'm just saying, Law, I think Dak has shown who he is, but I do believe if we have this current team can win at least 11 games. But what it's going to boil down to, Dak, at some point you have to be an airlift carrier. You have to be that force multiplier that Law Nation, he loves to tell people that you are when you're really not. But that's what it's going to come down to in the playoffs. We're going to win games. We play in the NFC East. We play the football team, the Giants, and the Eagles. We're going to at least split with the Eagles. We own the NFC East. Own it. So we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs. The issue is, what are we going to do when we get there? Law Nation never, ever has a solution for this, but he loves
Wait a minute,
to say,
hold on. My solution is these 2 things. Can you run the ball and can you stop the run? Dak Prescott. Wait a minute.
A run game.
Did we have the run game?
We had a run game.
What?
No, I'm saying we just didn't want to run the ball. Let's keep it real.
So we didn't have a run game.
In the MVP hands or the almost MVP hands.
They didn't run the ball. They didn't run the ball. We didn't run the ball. We don't run the ball in the playoffs. We didn't have a run game. Look, Dak is undefeated in the playoffs when they had that run game going.
That's a fact. I don't disagree with that.
Right. So hey. If I know the recipe to a apple pie, I don't go and start buying oranges, man. I don't start going buying pineapples. I buy the apple pie recipe. So no. See, that's just what it is. Yeah, I'm very consistent with that. Did they do the formula? Did they do the formula in the playoffs?
You didn't speak about Law. See, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Guys, I hope we really listen. Because Law saying he's trying to do the throw the rock and hide your hand. Law didn't talk about none about the formula when Dak was beating the Deadskins 50-0. He didn't mention the formula. Like, I forgot that Law even talk about the formula. Not why? Because y'all was champion. Oh, and throw the ball. We got the almost MVP. He's gonna do it. And bruh, that's not
you
the real
you got selective hearing, because I did say, hold on, all year I did say that we had issues on running the ball and stopping the run. Even though we were able to win games, granted, they had to allow, because remember I said this, Dak Prescott is playing like he got, his parent in the car with him, and he got his both hands on the steering wheel, and his offense is not fully open up. And he looked very pedestrian in a lot of games, right? But even though with that, by far, he was the best quarterback in the league last year, by metrics alone, right? But it's the craziest thing, though, that when we got to the playoffs, we still wasn't able to do those 2 things. Run the ball and stop the run. Now, granted, do you believe in your heart of hearts, if we were able to run the ball like Green Bay, do you think we would have been able to win that game? If we were able to run the ball? Absolutely.
Guys.
Yeah, that's all I was. See, man, you're on the same page. Let me let the next caller on. But that's just all I wanted to get from you, bro. That's all I wanted to get from you. Yeah.
We look. Dak is going into year 9, and he's making the same mistake. 25 Dak, I'm done. Bye. How about them Cowboys?
Hey, one more thing. You just can't just throw that in there, man, and just hop out of here. One other thing, man. What do Aaron Rodgers need in order to win in the playoffs?
See, again, let's do station identification.
Hey, no.
If there's a
I'm
Law
just
Nation
asking you a
sport,
question, man.
Law
What do he
Nation
need?
sport.
What do Lamar Jackson need in order to win in the playoffs? You know, what do
I
all of
speak
these
for the
teams
brother.
need?
I speak to the brother. I don't know about Aaron Rodgers, but I think if we want to go there, Lamar Jackson's problem was he forgot who he was in the biggest game. They gave him every single opportunity. Let's be for real. The Ravens should have beat them like 35-10 or something. Like Lamar Jackson, he just forgot who he was, and shame on him.
Shame on him. All right, man. Appreciate
how about
you.
them Cowboys?
Go Cowboys, man. This doggone Brandon right there. Yo, I got from the 206 you the mix, man. You live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What up, Lon? How y'all doing?
Hey, man. All is well. Can't complain, bro.
I'm listening to Brandon. Hey, but long, you know what I'm saying? It's a 50-50 either way. Like, I be seeing people coming on the line, and y'all be, Law, not you, Law, and I know you take up for Dak, but a lot of people make the people hate Dak Prescott because y'all make excuses for him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep saying, if you lose a 19-12 or 23-17, and you had in 21, even though we played pitiful, 10 penalties, all that, blah, 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 blah. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. This is what Brandon talking about. This is what the fans. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. With dumb Kellen Moore play calling. But that, too, and we couldn't drive down the field and beat San Francisco. We had to change. If you had that ball with you had Amari Cooper, let me tell all the fans on here, because they keep, and I'm going for that, because he's my quarterback.
Right.
But you guys got to stop coming on here making excuses, because y'all come on here and say we need Tito Jackson, Jermaine Jackson, Michael Jackson. We need everybody. But you had Amari Cooper. You had the guy that went to Miami, the other receiver.
You talking about, Cedric Wilson.
Yeah.
Who's a pedestrian now? Who don't even the people. He's a pedestrian now, but keep going.
You had the first round pick, CeeDee Lamb, and you had a guy. 4 top receivers.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though, MJ. Let me just ask you this though. I know where you're going because you made that point before, right? We had all of that, and we had 2 minutes and some change left on the clock in the San Fran game in 2021, right? Wouldn't that been the ultimate time to run that back, or would that been a time to break and blow that up?
No, they should have. They
should have ran that back.
Because they made a mistake by getting rid of Amari Cooper. That's the only thing they messed up with. They messed up with Amari Cooper and Avante Collins, the other guard. He outplayed. They got rid of him too for no reason, and he played good too. And them the two things they messed up at. They messed up. But we as Cowboy Nation, we make too many excuses. Y'all keep trying to blame the Jones, and we know the Jones be making doo-doo mistakes. It's 13. But we had Romo. Remember the Green Bay game? We had that 1,800 running back, the back that ran for 1,800, and then we was kicking Green Bay butt in the playoffs, and he had a big hole.
DeMarco Murray. Yeah.
We was about to blow them away. That hole was so big, me and you could have ran. He fumbled the ball, y'all, and gave Green Bay momentum, and they ended up beating us. See, stupid stuff like that. And y'all want to come on here and you keep saying we never had chances, and then we had the Giants, the best record. The Giants 9-7.
Right.
We beat them twice that year.
But let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Who forced that fumble on DeMarco Murray? Since you want to go back to 2014.
His dumb self ran into one of my tackle, and the dude.
Peppers pushed it out, and was that an off-season acquisition for the Packers?
No, I ain't gonna give him that.
But see, but who gonna get credit for that? Do Aaron Rodgers get credit? Do Aaron Rodgers get credit for that? Yes or no?
Well, Aaron Rodgers, you still got to go down and score.
Yeah. But do you think that Tony Romo would have benefited if somebody can get a pick, if somebody can force a fumble, scoop and score, and things like that? You see what happened here, and I give it what your point is. But what happened here? But what happened here in Cowboys land? What happened here in Cowboys land is that we put everything only on the quarterback and not the whole entire picture. They put all of that on Romo.
Wait, we can't put everything on the quarterback, but you gotta give him.
Didn't the kicker miss a kick in that game too in 2014?
Yeah.
And wasn't we talking glowingly of that kicker?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming Dak Prescott, but I'm saying, Law. Listen, Law again. Tom Brady one game was playing the most shittiest game. Thing was dog, and I was going against him.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, we got him. And then that defense made a stop, Law.
When? What game? What game?
It was some game in a playoff game.
Some game.
And this fool drove all the way down the field and won the game for him. That's what the fans
you talking about Tom Brady?
We're not gonna blame.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
We just need that one game. That's what Brandon them talking about. And now I'm on here, and I'm not coming here to slam my quarterback.
Right.
You know I'm going for that. Because I watched some film the other day, Cowboy Nation.
Okay.
And when he was killing, I said, man, this man balling.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. You can't blame him against the Rams. Sorry, defense. You know, we go even the 49ers game, we had both times to beat them. Just bad play calling. If we had an offensive coordinator that would put this man in the right position, you know, I think he could have won the game for him. Because I thought
all right, so I get what you're saying, bro. You speaking some good points.
Yeah.
But since you've been talking about these playoff games, outside of Amari Cooper in 2021, name me a name of another player that showed up and showed out in the postseason. Just give me that name of that guy. They made some plays, maybe forced a turnover, forced a takeaway, flipped the field, made an unbelievable drive in that moment. Name me that guy. Or a coaching decision. Okay. Just name me. 22. 2022. Okay, good. Yeah.
Look at this, y'all.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
It's Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The game against San Francisco and 49ers.
Okay, yeah.
You can see the look on the 49ers face, Cowboys.
Yes.
The game 6-6.
Yeah, 6-6. Yeah.
We driving.
Yeah.
We driving.
Yeah.
We about to get them. And you can see it on their face. Second and two. Y'all.
Second and two. Yeah.
The halfback goes out.
Yeah.
Get hurt.
Broke his leg. Who else was out? Was the right tackle out too?
David,
was the right tackle? Was the right tackle out? Was he hurt?
No. We don't care about that.
No.
Because you know why?
Why?
Because it doesn't matter. I seen Green Bay win a playoff game with 5 different offensive lines. So we still had 2 All-Pros in there.
2 All-Pros. No excuses. No excuses.
No offensive line. Okay. Second and 2, Law. We about to go up.
Okay, about to go
before
up.
halftime. And we call a pass on 2nd and 2.
Oh, wow.
And
tell me more.
Interception. And they went down and get the field goal. Changed the whole
momentum of that game.
The game.
Yeah.
Against the sorry 49ers. Everybody be kissing butt. And every time we play them, we call dumpling. The only time they would have beat the heck out of us was last year when they
beat us. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but now, like I said, we ain't gonna have no excuses. Because I'm gonna tell you, now, like you say, we still need that D tackle. One more D tackle. Now, the Cowboys with this defense play call confuses quarterbacks.
Right.
This guy's very good. Is going. This new defense is here to handle that West Coast offense that we could never stop with Dan Quinn.
Yeah.
So we ain't got no excuses. I think we're gonna win about 12 or 13 or 14 games too.
Okay.
I think we're gonna win the East.
Yeah.
I'm picking us to win the East, and I'm glad everybody on here and out there in the media picking everybody else, and that's perfect. So I think Dak Prescott's gonna have a good year But it's just like Brandon himself. The key is the playoffs. McCarthy, he can't be like your boy say. What's his name? The other boy that don't like McCarthy. Start with a G.
Darius.
Darius.
Yeah.
Darius don't like McCarthy.
Uh-huh.
That's why McCarthy got that new run scheme guy. McCarthy cannot. He better use that number 9, and he better use his weapon because he got weapons. And Cowboy Nation, they got halfbacks that's big. They going powerful and strong. They going to run about 1,800 yards running.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott going to have another All-Pro year. But the key is going to be with the playoff come. That's what everybody waiting for. If McCarthy, this is it, brother. You cannot get in the game, like Darius them say, and start calling just passing plays and putting his quarterback in distress. Run the damn ball.
Run the ball, man. Look. We undefeated when we got in the postseason when we got that run game going. But appreciate you so much, man, for calling in, bro. I thank you so much. What would you got?
And one more, Law. How about them Cowboys? Hit them likes and everybody. Please stop coming on Raw Nation and say we need a halfback and we need another. Stop it. If Green Bay got them young receivers that y'all never knew about, the torch, and we already got receivers, we could do the same damn thing just like the Rams. I don't want to know more about halfback and running back. Come on here, be positive, and let's go Cowboy Nation. See you at the camp.
See you at camp, man. Good call from my guy, man. Good call from him. Yeah, that was MJ, man. Good call from. I would say this though. Overall, are we going to continue to live in 2022 about this San Francisco 49ers versus the Cowboys? That 19-12 game. I've seen some people say, yeah, man, Kevin Joseph did force a turnover. I think it was like a kickoff return or something like that. We did turn that into 3 points. We turned that into 3 points. We were able to score off of that drive. Shout out to Kevin Joseph. I don't think that there's a band of people banging on the table for that, right? Relatively, the Cowboys were 0-3 in the first quarter. The Cowboys were able to score 6 points in the second quarter, made the score pretty much, they scored 6 points in the second quarter as well. The game was really close. And then in the third quarter, we scored 3. They didn't score a single point. And they scored 10 points in the fourth quarter that really nailed it all due to those INTs. Now, we got into those sweet zones in that area of the 20-yard line, and all we were asking for the Cowboys to do on 2nd and 2 is not to force anything right there, to just run and get that first down. Granted, the Cowboys didn't do that, and they threw that crazy interception, Dak Prescott, on a hook route in the middle of the field. And that's no longer our problem now, though, granted, on the type of kinds of routes that we run. But we seen the exact same thing the following year against Green Bay. Didn't even get to the divisional round. But that left a real sour taste in our mouths, right? 12-19 versus the 49ers. And the rest is just that. But I've come to tell y'all, if the Cowboys is needing 2 yards now, do y'all feel comfortable in this team getting it? Should we figure out a way to run the ball now? Granted, the 49ers improved since that time frame. Teams are consistently improving since that time frame. People fail to realize, hear me out, and you can say whatever you want to say about all of this. We took away weapons on our team in 2022, opposed to building upon our weapons from 2021. Granted, we were still able to win 12 games, and we were still able to win 12 games last season. And we've been getting rid of. That's the craziest thing. I'm quite sure that in 2022, a difference of a touchdown or more could have been an Amari Cooper. I'm quite sure a foreseeable person with foresight should have seen the situation with the run game. I get it. Tony Pollard broke his ankle in that particular game. For you to be 2nd and 2, and you don't even show, because I played this play over and over again, you don't even give them an illusion that you was going to absolutely run the ball. I think they went line it up empty and tip their hat out 2 or 4 the 49ers to let them know we're not even going to even try to run the ball. And all of their DBs and their linebackers sat on that route. They said, okay, this is the 2 yards that they need. We're going to sit on it. And if any ball come this way, we're going to jump on it. That's by far poor decision making. Poor decision making. But neither here nor there. The Cowboys lost, and I can't stand the 49ers. They beat us fair and square. Last season, the Cowboys lost to Green Bay Packers. We didn't foresee us losing the way we lost. We didn't. But swapping out the quarterback wouldn't have been anything different. When you got the opposing team running and they average 8.5 yards before contact. You can name any quarterback that you know. Johnny Unitas. You can put youthful Aaron Rodgers. You can bring back Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach. You can bring back any quarterback. It was going to be a slugfest if that's the case in scenario. But, Law, hey, what about if we can just have a shootout? With who? Y'all fail to realize the quarterback was running for his life. How many times we sacked that? How many times we sacked Jordan Love? And how many times Dak Prescott got sacked? Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin knew that we was going to throw the ball. We wasn't even able to run the ball. But neither here nor there. I get with what y'all are saying. I get what y'all saying. No QB would have won that game if defense had a bad. You know, I like what my guy Cowboys Beat said. You know, he says, name me a quarterback better than Pat Mahomes. And they said, no, we can't name one. And Pat Mahomes lost to the Packers, you know. So even if you had Pat Mahomes, they lost to the Packers last year. People don't look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. Pat Mahomes, that team lost to the Packers. And if the Packers had a better kicker, they probably would have beat the doggone 49ers. That's a whole nother conversation on land, you know. Yeah. But neither here nor there. Green Bay game, D-Law was the only guy that wanted to bang for real. And you know, that's my guy from Mr. Right, Antoine. And I think D-Law made the worst statement post-game. He like, we was tired, boss, you know. And it's just crazy. I got 187. Said, relax, Law, relax, man, Riggs. All right, so teams heading into this year, the Dallas Cowboys just got to be mindful, man, of how they're going to flow. They got a heavy defensive front that they're going to have to face week 1, week 3, week 4, and week 5 if you really want to add in the Giants being a good defensive front team or what have you. And they got some dogs up front. And then you can talk about the Lions and then the 49ers. But even though you may look at the schedule and say, hey, it's going to be a situation that this team probably won't be able to win 10 or 11 games, every year we get those people that say that the Cowboys only beat bad teams. Well, I want you guys to list the bad teams out now, because at the end of the day, I don't want y'all to be moving the goalposts and say, well, the Cowboys only beat bad teams. Well, give me the list of bad teams. Give me the list. Cali Cowboy with a super chat says, Law, Cowboy fans collectively have CTSD. Cowboys Traumatic Stress Syndrome. Football version of PTSD. Only a Super Bowl win can cure it. You ain't lying. Yeah.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
As we depart, ladies and gentlemen, like my guy Mr. Wright says in the chat, name the bad teams now. Don't wait. Since we only beat bad teams, ladies and gentlemen, name the bad teams now. Don't wait. I like it because last year, I'm old enough to remember people saying, hey, man, woo, I see this team only winning 6 games, man. Woo, I see this team only winning 7 and 8 and 9 games for us to ultimately win 12. And then the foreseeable thing for them to absolutely move the goalposts. Remember, people was coming up saying, hey, Law, the Cowboys don't go back-to-back playoffs. And we did it 3 in a row. Can we make it 4 in a row, huh? That will be the situation and scenario, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this globe. So point out the bad teams now. Giants, Falcons, Panthers, and Saints. So we should only win 4 games. Shout out to you. Yeah, Love didn't even have to wash his uniform. You know what? I need one of those type of games. We need to have a game where people say, hey, man, Dak don't even have to wash his uniform. Oh, man, we need to have one of those games where it's, man, the running game carried Dak. I need to see one of those. Or, for example, when my guy MJ was saying that basically the defense did enough in 2022, held the 49ers to 19 points. Well, I need for my defense to give me a pick 6. I need for my defense, when the ball hit the mittens, we come down with it, right? We can get to the quarterback, put him on the ground in dirt. We need those type of things. It's another thing that's crazy when I see it. Warren Sharp says the best quarterback on 3rd down last season was Dak Prescott, then Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy. We've seen multitudes of other storylines with these type of numbers put into place. That is quite strange to me that Joe Burrows did a deal where he put Dak Prescott up there. Aaron Rodgers did a deal where he put Dak Prescott up there. And now C.J. Stroud did a deal where he put Dak Prescott up there. So the craziest thing of it all is that people who played the game outside of the 3-ladder, 4-ladder network, for those who had to throw out falsehoods, they all give the quarterback his praises and his flowers. But somehow, the people who never played the game hate Dak. It's just crazy to me. Or the Dan Orlowskis of the world, right? And we got visible and tangible tape of Dan Orlowski throwing the ball to the opposing team or stepping out of bounds for a safety for 2 points. I can't make this stuff up. This is not me campaigning and cheerleading for the quarterback here. But this is me campaigning and cheerleading for us to continue to put weapons. We need more and more pieces. We need the ability to stop the run and run the ball. Now, we will see what Zeke is going to do with 15 under this particular team now, under the center and then beyond, with what quarterback is going to do for us when Zeke is in the backfield, right? But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls that's listening, if you can keep your head high in all of this mix, if there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself stay true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring or mean makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, our rival brother, rover brothers. The morals of life: live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They would take the decent man to alter his heart, to seek to rip him apart. Those, man, you should never call a fan or a friend, because they bend their lives around the truth to meet their end. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Roll those credits. Be sure to check out the information in the description box for all of the sponsors that support this. Shout out to Prize Picks as well as Rogue Shop. Be sure to check those boys out. Come on, baby. And speaking of Rogue Shop, let's do this right quick. Shout out to Rogue Shop one more time.
Does it bend? They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Rogue Shop.
Original, they never will be.
You said this phone line is brought to you by Rogue Shop. Hit us up, 657-390-7391. And that is the hotline for your mom. But stay tuned. Please visit rogueshop.com. Now, far as what Rogue Shop, let's get it, baby.
I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Read it?
Yeah.
Run from it.
Kinda check us on.
Salute to Mississippi, baby.
And now it's here.
Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome.
That boy says, 187 says Purdy is 2-0 versus Dak. Forget Purdy, man. Hey, true story. Let me put the camera back on me. Put the camera back on me. True story. True story. Me and my brother was having a conversation. Let me ask you this, 187. Is Brock Purdy better than Dak Prescott? My dog, is Brock Purdy better than Dak Prescott? True story, man. I mean, I need to know, 187. Yes. So, you wouldn't mind paying him $65 million then?
Lately, I just wanna run.
You wouldn't mind paying him $65 million. See, me and my brother, we were sitting there thinking, like, he said, man, you know what? Hey, you know what? Shoot, I'm gonna stop saying Brock Purdy better than that, because that means when it's time to pay the man, that means you gonna have to pay him by 60. By the time his contract is up, it's gonna be $60 to $65 million. So you're gonna have to pay the man. Yeah.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
So go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. He's better. So let's go. You better, when it's time to pay him. Yeah, it's gonna be time to pay him. Let me get on up out of here. But man, you get what I'm saying. Yeah. You didn't think I had that up my sleeve, huh?
Nobody, baby. Nobody. And who can do it like me?
Nobody.
Who can give you what you need?
I give you what you need, baby. Who else can do? Nobody, baby. What we tell her, baby? Oh.
Yeah. Original, they never will be.
Let's get on up out of here. One love, man. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all notice when that conversational line, when it was like, hey, man, shoot, man, Parsons better than Bosa, man. Bosa. And after I saw what Bosa got, when I saw Bosa get that little deal like this, Y'all notice on my channel, I was like, you know what? Yeah, no. I ain't finna be talking about those things. Yeah. We about one love, man. If I offended anyone, charge it to my beard and my head. No Eddie, by the way. Let's get it, baby. We out. Not my heart. Don't charge it to my heart now, y'all. Take me to your leader.
You have an unnatural allegiance to losers. It's not like you.
I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it
Oh, we got some breaking news, man. Oh my goodness, man. We got some breaking news.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
We looking great. Go Birds. Let's go Birds. E-L-G-S, E-L, Eagles.
Something wrong here. Gosh, something wrong here.
Hey, bro, come on.
Ain't nobody.
Until next time, DC.